Hi. Hi, everything uploader. Oh, thank you for saying that's pretty. I appreciate that. Are you a painter? Or an artist? Yeah, you are. What kind of art do you like to do? I think my camera is sideways. It looks like I might need to change it. Undertale lover, you are an artist. Cool. And that is awesome. I'm just going to change my camera. Tell me if that's any better or not. Oops. It seems to look better. And Undertale lover, you like sketching? What kind of things do you like sketching? Undertale lover, you like sketching? What kind of things do you like sketching? Okay, let's turn that down. Trying to get this situated here. You can see my fingers. You'll see me paint in a minute here. Okay. Cool. I started painting this mermaid a couple days ago. I'm trying to get it to flatten out a little bit. I put a book on it for a while, but it's still a little bumpy. I got it just a little bit too wet for a while, so I'm going to hopefully get it straightened out. The Everything Uploader, I like that. I like to do landscapes and portraits. Very nice. I love landscapes and portraits. Do you have a favorite type of landscape you like? Alright, I'm going to make our sky a little darker over here. I'm just going to get it a little bit wet. I like to work a lot of wet on wet. And I want my paints to kind of spread out a little bit. And I'm going to make our sky a little darker tonight. Everything Uploader, you like to do mountain ranges. Oh, I bet they're beautiful. Mountain ranges are gorgeous. Let's see here. I think I took my camera too far over, but yeah, I'm sorry about the jitteriness of my camera, guys. It's one of those days where I just can't seem to get it to go where I want it to. But that's okay, because not everything goes how we want it to. Sometimes it just goes, and we just gotta go with it. So this will be a little bit bumpy, unfortunately, but that's alright. nice dark blue. Undertale lover, what kind of sketching do you like to do? Good. Way too much water, but that's all right. I'm still going to finish this. Everything isn't always perfect how we want it to be. Sometimes we just have to love our imperfections. And that's how it is. Just love them as much as we can. I used to love doing mountains and paintings with like a lake in it, kind of thing. And then I lived in Seattle at that time, and there's many beautiful, beautiful mountains in Seattle, beautiful lakes and beautiful scenery. It's very inspirational for that. Everything uploaded, same, nice, very nice. Here isn't so wet, it's a little drier, so I was trying to focus on one spot at a time, but I'm having a little ADD tonight. I had a wonderful day, a beautiful, beautiful morning with coffee with a friend, a new friend, a wonderful friend I just met. And it's always nice to meet new friends, I think. Everything uploader. I like how you did the mermaid and her hair. Yeah, hair is hard to get right. Yes, yes, very much so. That is for sure. It's just takes like some practice and patience. And even if you, like for years, I've tried to do hair. It always comes out different. Sometimes it comes out just the way I want it to, and sometimes it looks like a big blob. But I try to be patient and try to focus on which way her hair is going. You know, like the wind is blowing in this direction, just enough to make it wisp up on the ends. So I did the color first, where I wanted it, and it's reflecting off of this beautiful, beautiful moon here. And so I did the yellow to reflect the moon, and some orange to kind of brighten and darken it in the back. And I was going to do it darker, but I kind of like where it is right now, so I'm going to stick with that. Ooh, do I have any purple? So, here we go. I'm going to add a little bit of this really, really pretty pink here I got found. And see how that looks. I'm trying to do this upside down. yeah, and so hair, you just really have to focus on not trying to be too detailed. It can take hours, and I find that when I watch videos of people who are painting hair, they do like the general kind of coloring, and then they add all kinds of different colors, and it actually turns out little bit by little bit to be beautiful hair. And so color helps a lot. And then, like you can see here, I defined it with some ink. Actually, I used pen for that. And just enjoy, really just enjoy doing it, because that's what art is about, is just enjoyment and not getting too frustrated or too focused on one thing, which I have a tendency to do, and so it's good not to do that too much, because then you might beat yourself up a little bit, and that's not a good thing to do. I think as artists, we all have a tendency to be our own worst critic. And you know, and we expect so much of ourselves in real life, in our daily lives, in everything we do, and our art. And art is truly, truly meant to be an expression of what we feel, what we find to be beautiful, or some like dark art. So whatever it is that you like, you've just got to really, really, you know, appreciate that and just feel your art. Angela, hi. How are you doing tonight? I'm gonna get a little bit of, I think this is like an orangey color here. I'm probably using a too big a brush, but I get started with one brush sometimes, and then I wind up just using that brush till I realize that I have to change brushes. And I think when you're doing your own creative artwork, it's really good to just focus on that and not worry about, you know, about what someone might think it looks like, or if it's good or not, or whatever it is. You know, don't worry, just kind of like relax and enjoy doing it, just for the feeling of focusing on something that's not, you know, that's a happy thing in your life. It's got to be a joyful experience. I admit not all my art is joyful. Sometimes I intend for it to be absolutely gorgeous, and it turns out to be absolutely WTF. Anyone know what I mean? But that's the way it is. So I think I will make her hair a little bit, just a teens bit shadowy. I'm going to throw a few different colors in. A lot of times I just paint how I feel. Like I might focus on one thing, and then I kind of drift over and I see something else I might like, and I do that for a while. And it's always nice to just go with the flow, you know, you just need to feel peaceful inside. And I think that when you're creating, painting, doing art, I think that is like the best thing you can do, is just to, I'm going to to see if I can get some more of my paint picture in here. You know, just get some, you know, just feel peace. I think there's not enough peace in the world. And you just have to look for it, I think. Definitely want to look for some peace. And peace of mind. And it's always good to just focus on yourself. When you just focus on you, sometimes you'll find that you're such a great person inside. And you need to be happy with yourself. And when you're happy with yourself, it doesn't matter if your art is good or not, if your hair is good or not. What matters is that you enjoy what you're doing while you're doing it. I know it's not always easy to do, but it is a good thing to remember. Life here, a little bit of orangey yellow accents. I think one of the things I enjoy painting the most are sunsets. And oil painting is one of my favorite things, and I painted the most beautiful, beautiful oil painting in sunset, beautiful sunset in oil painting, and it was just wonderful. I just kind of just went for it, and it just turned out so lovely. Now this little thing here helps me remember which color's which, because it's so much, it can look so dark here, and so it helps keep me like this green here will go with, on this side, it just pops right on over to this. I don't know if you can probably not see that very well, but I put the light green on this so I know, okay, this color is that, because sometimes it's hard to tell the blues and the teals on the paint from each other. And I kind of, but even if you don't choose the right color, you can make it the right color. Any color is the right color, as long as you enjoy it and it works for you, then it's the right color. I might add a little more gray down here, a little shadow under her, make it look a little more depth, so she's not just floating on the rock. Whoops. I made some tea, and I'm waiting for it to cool down. Great tea. I made chai tea. Let me get in here. I want to get this darker color really nice on here. Did you know mermaids can grant wishes? It's true. When you see a mermaid, make a wish. Wait 3 days and it'll come through. It'll come true. Mermaids wish on a star. Fairies wish on stars. People wish on stars. And sometimes we just wish. Just wish. Like right now, I'm wishing this painting turns out nice. I haven't worked a lot with watercolor, but I like watercolor a lot because it's fast and it dries fast. You can do layers, or you can just do a simple, let's see, painting, you know, something easy. Watercolors are flexible. A lot of people love acrylic. Acrylic is where I started. I just loved acrylic and the way you could use it. But once I got into oil coloring, that became my favorite. And just dinking around, really. Just like to dink around and not. If I take things too serious, then I get frustrated. And if I really want something to turn out and it doesn't, I can get frustrated. So art is not meant to be frustrating. Maddie, hi. So I can go live. Oh, go live or go live? What do you mean? Where's my brown? I have some pretty brown color here. I'm just kind of mashing them in. And I have a rock here. You may not be able to tell, but it's here just kind of doing its own little thing, quiet in the corner. It's hiding behind this other rock. I think it's interesting how watercolor, like it will start out very dark and then you let it dry and it lightens up. I find that very interesting. So you never really, you know, you can be surprised like, oh, I thought I goofed up, and then you find out that the watercolor changed just so you could have a beautiful painting, and it says, hey, look at me, you didn't mess up, because you're perfect. No matter if it's a great painting or a mess up or a big black blob, it doesn't matter. You do you. And I'm gonna do some blue. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm trying to get everything in here that I can on my cell phone. But I like blue. It shows that the water is like kind of coming over the rocks. I'm going to darken her tail a little bit. think we'll darken up the horizon a little bit as well. There's a lot of water on my brush, and it's a big brush for holding a lot of water. So I expect that it might go over the line a little bit, and if it does, that's good. It's not what I want, but I'm not going to cry about it. I just want a nice, little bit darker line on my horizon. Maddie! Thank you. I love your hearts and your hands. You're a beautiful person, I can tell already. I love your enthusiasm. I think I'm going to add a little more darkness in her hair. I'm trying to think maybe this crimson-y color here. Whoops. I don't know if you can see it, but you will in a minute. I'm going to do a lot of water. Just kind of smush it in, because I can be very impatient sometimes. And I try to be more patient when I can. Some people are very good at being patient, and that's a true gift. Honestly, a true gift, patience. And doing art is a gift as well. Remember when I said don't focus too much on one thing? And now that's exactly what I'm doing, focusing too much on her hair. But I think that's a good thing for now, because it was a little bit light, and I wanted it a little bit darker. And now when this dries, it's not going to be quite so dark. It's going to be a little lighter, and it's going to be a beautiful hair color. Oh, you're welcome, Maddie. Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. What do you like to do? Do you have a favorite thing you like to do, Maddie? I lost my black. And honestly, I'm just trying to get in the habit of live streaming. I've been always too afraid to do it until my son, he just encouraged me. He said, "Mom, you really need to share your art with the world. And it's beautiful, and people want to see your art." And I listened to him, and that's why I'm live streaming, because my son Tony gave me the most encouragement, and he has faith in me, and so I need to have faith in him. It's good to have faith in someone who cares about you. figured if he cares enough for me to show my art, then I care enough that I will listen to him and do just that. And I think I'm going to switch over here. I have some watercolor pens I've been wanting to try. So I'm going to pull those out. Maddie, you like to read and go shopping and do art. Oh, those are all fun and wonderful things. And you and my mom have the same name, and my mom's name is Rachel too. Awesome, she must be a great person. I bet your mom is really wonderful. And I like that you brought your mom up. Tell her I said hello. Okay, I'm grabbing a handful of pens out of paint pens. I have a plain one here. Let's see. This is green. I have, I'm not sure, that might be black. Got some orange. All kinds of fun colors. I like to try out different things. And oh, I think I might have this brown. It might be just what I'm looking for. So we'll see. I have another brown. I don't even know if they still work. They've been in my drawer for so long. I don't know which ones are dried out or which ones are not. So we will find out. Thumbs up to you, Maddie. All right. Just gonna enjoy some of my awesome tea. So good, especially like when I'm talking, my voice starts to get all froggy, and so I like to have a little something to drink that makes me feel good. Some tea, or sometimes just water, or whatever it is I feel like having that night. And tonight it is 9 o'clock here in Florida. Does your mom like to do art, Maddie? Is she an artist? Alright, let's see. What do we have? We've got some dark. I don't have any paper to try it out on. Let's try my little lipstick thing. Oh yeah, look, still got color. Make our lipstick darker. Let's see what happens when we put it on her hair. Not sure if you're supposed to shake this or put pressure on it. Maybe a little bit of water. I don't know if you can see that. It's like it had some color and then it just went away. It seems like very, very light. It's not as dark as I thought it would be. looks like it might be a purple. It is a purple, but it is dried. Wait a minute, are you dried out or not? A little bit. It seems to work better on porcelain than on paper. Oh, okay, Maddie. Thank you for joining me. You have a great day too, and thanks for joining me so much. I hope to see you again on one of my streams. Oh, I just saw your other here. Your mom always tells herself that she is not a good artist and she doesn't really do art, but sometimes I teach her. Oh, I'm so glad. I don't know if you're still here, but good for you. I'm sure your mother will get better and better each time she does a little painting. She'll get better each time. And I think I would like my mermaid to have a little, let's see if this is working, a little bit darker down here. Just added some water, a little bit of water. And maybe I'll dip this, I'll double up, I'll take my colored pen and add it to my, let's see, which one is this? Is which? I think this one is the dark teal one. Let's see. It looks like it's black. I'm going to add some water. Let's see if this is a teal. We'll find out. It's nice and dark. Bye, Maddie. That was fun. Maddie seems like such a fun person. I remember when I was younger, I used to love going outside and feeling the wind blow through my hair. And on a warm day, the wind felt like a nice warm hug. And it felt like nature was giving me a hug. And one thing I really love are hugs. And I accidentally, on my live stream, put the wrong date, so it's going to show up like I'm going to stream I don't know, in 10 or 11 hours or something, so that's okay. We're here now, and I'm enjoying your company now. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. Let's see. I'm going to pour just a teeny bit of water in there. feel good when I do something that I love to do. I feel good when I help other people. I feel good when I get up in the morning, go for a walk, when I pet a puppy. I feel good when I go for a little walk by the beach, or on the beach, I should say, by the water. Even near the beach is good. I definitely love the ocean, and I love all that it has to offer. There was one time I had my water goggles on, and I was swimming on the beach very close to the shore. There's like a little drop off, and I was looking for shark teeth. And oh, this is really wiggly. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sure why it's so wiggly. Maybe because I'm wiggly. Anyway, but that day I was looking for shark teeth, just swimming along the shoreline, and a school of baby fish. They were little tiny, like black and white striped fish, and they were like, I don't know, a little bigger than a quarter. And there's a little school of them, and they all came up to me and started swimming alongside of me. And I'm like, are they swimming with me? And then I thought, well, I'll try swimming in a different direction and see if they just continue on or if they're following me. And so I changed the direction of where I was swimming, and so did they. I swam with those little fish right around my head for at least an hour, holding my breath so I could see them underwater. It was the most amazing thing. I really love the sea. And I don't remember if I found a shark tooth or not, because I found little friends, and they shared the moment with me. I did find shark teeth other times, but that time I had little friends sharing themselves with me, and I love that. I felt like a true mermaid that day. I remember one day I was out kayaking in the ocean, and it was a beautiful sunny day. It was bright, no cloud in the sky. I was kayaking near the mangrove trees, and I looked underneath my boat, and I saw beautiful, beautiful stingrays just swimming by quietly underneath of my kayak. And had I not looked down, I never would have known they were there. interestingly, I happened to see one that its color was white, like an albino stingray. And he just swam among his friends, all happy in the sea. I think that water has been something that's always been calming to me. I can just look at water and feel calmer. I used to live in the Midwest at one point as a child. And one day, I'd never seen the ocean. One day my parents decided to take us on a trip to the Oregon coast. And it was then we came over a large hill, and as we crested over the hill, I could see beautiful blue sky and beautiful aquamarine and green colors. Just the ocean shouted up at me, "Hi, here I am." It was so beautiful. I just fell in love with it that moment, and I never wanted to leave it. I eventually left the Midwest and moved to the Pacific Northwest. It was a very beautiful place there. I got to see orca whales. And some people call them killer whales, which they are, but they're also called orca whales. And they are gorgeous. They used to have these tourist trips where you can go on the boat and go see orcas. And the orcas knew that the boats were coming full of people and they'd like to play. So like there'd be 3 or 4 orcas all aiming for the boat on one side and coming right at the boat. It looked like they were going to hit the boat, and then all of a sudden they would dive under the boat and come up on the other side, like they were giving us their own little show. Of course, everyone on the boat ran from one side to the other, so the boat was a little bit tipsy. But what a wonderful experience that was. Seeing orcas in the wild up close like that was very amazing. I'm going to switch to a smaller brush. And I think I'm going to put a big blob of color. It's missing some flower color. So I'm going to take my other paint set, this one. I'm just switching around to all different types tonight to see which one I like the best. I'm getting some nice, beautiful color. Color is one of the most beautiful things in the world. There's rainbows, oceans, sky, the aurora borealis, which I have not seen yet, but I am excited to one day. And in the forest, there's many beautiful colors in the forest. There's nothing better than a beautiful, quiet, relaxed hike in the woods, looking for mushrooms, or flowers, or deer, or even bears sometimes. Luckily, I've never come across a bear while I was on a hike, which I've always been thankful for. But in the Pacific Northwest, there are many black bears, and they really, really love blackberries. And blackberries grow wild in the Pacific Northwest. So there's always a good chance you may run into a bear, or usually deer mostly. Now I'm going to go for some hot pink here. And I've got this on my painting just so you can see the colors I'm using. And I think I'm almost ready to call this painting finished, because I've worked on it twice, and there's only so much you can work on without overworking something. And I'm really good at overworking things. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed to my channel, or has passed by my channel, or commented in my streams, my live streams, or viewed any of my shorts or other videos. I always appreciate you. Oh, look at that beautiful shadow. Beautiful shadows. Now I want my moon to stand out a little more. So I'm going to use I think I'm going to use a colored pencil. Did I just move my whole camera? I did. I'm not sure why it's not staying in one spot. It's supposed to be. All right, cover your eyes. Gotta give this thing a spin. Spinning around. Don't look at my legs. Whoop. Peek. Ah, there we go. It's a lot tighter now. It shouldn't be moving all over. So we've had many different kinds of watercolor paints tonight. We've had our little square ones. We've had our little palette here of paints. And we've had some very old paint pens. Let's see if that one works. That I haven't used for years. Some of them still work. And if they don't, that's okay. I can make them work myself. See what happens. happens with this guy. Not much. Which is why I'm pulling out my colored pencils. I don't like to use black, but I do use like dark colors. So I think that's what I'm going to do right now. Let's do a little bit of pencil. I'm going to give the moon a little roundabout. I'll have to say I cheated. This is what I used for my moon. So I'm actually going to use my cheat circle here, pencil, and just kind of go around it like so. Finishing up her hair. And I know my art isn't like perfect or the best, but I enjoy doing it and I enjoy spending time with you. And sometimes when I really focus, my art is fantastic. And when it's fantastic, I love that. One day we'll finish this oil mermaid I started a while back. I started her and then I kind of got frustrated a little bit, and I thought I'll just let it dry for a while and I'll come back to it. But maybe we'll work on this one next time. And I think that tonight's been a successful night for me, and a successful day. And I think that each of you are a success just because you're here. Just because you exist. You are beautiful. Just remember that. You are beautiful. You always tell yourself that. Don't let anyone tell you different. You're a beautiful person. Give yourself encouragement. Give yourself a pat on the back. Recognize to yourself that you are doing the best you can do with what you have. Not the best of everyone in the world, but just the best of you. And I'd like to thank all of you for being the best that you can be. And you, especially, thank you. Now, we're going to take the tape off, because I'm done with this painting. Oh, I just found a pencil I've been looking for. All right. That's not a colored pencil, it's my drawing pencil. So we're going to take our tape off now. And this is always the fun part, because it makes it look like an actual picture. So here we go. We'll start over here. There's one. Ooh. Let's go right around the corner. Go under a little bit. And I decided earlier, I really got happy with my tape, but I decided earlier that I wanted my mermaid to have a little tail going right over the edge here. Just right over the edge. Of our canvas. I wanted her to look a little bit 3D. I think 3D is beautiful and interesting and fun, don't you? I think maybe next time I'll do another dragon. I really enjoy dragons. I'm going to have to turn this so I can see the back. I went all out with my tape this time. There we go. Ta-da! A lot of tape. Now I shall sign this interesting piece of work. Thinking. Won't hurt at all. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful time with your painting experiences. move this so I can carry my camera over here. There we go. Kind of get the whole picture in there. Hang loose, everybody. Have a wonderful night.